The rain had just begun to fall, soft and steady, coating the streets of Kyoto in a thin, shimmering mist. Kenta pulled his jacket tighter around himself, cursing under his breath. He had stayed too late at work, and now the streets were empty, the neon signs flickering weakly through the haze. He hated walking home alone at night. As he turned down a narrow alley, his usual shortcut, he felt it. That strange, prickling sensation at the back of his neck, the feeling of being watched. Footsteps. Soft, deliberate. Kenta slowed, glancing over his shoulder. A woman stood beneath a broken street lamp. She wore a beige dress, her face obscured by a surgical mask. Her jet black hair framed her pale skin, and her hands were hidden deep in her coat pockets. She wasn't there before. Kenta swallowed hard. His breath misted in the cold air. The woman tilted her head slightly, then she spoke. "Am I beautiful?" Her voice was soft, almost melodic, like a lullaby whispered in the dark. Kenta forced a polite smile. Yeah, sure." The woman took a step forward. "Even like this?" She reached up, pulled down her mask. Kenta's breath caught in his throat. Her mouth had been slit from ear to ear, a grotesque, gaping smile stretching across her face. The flesh was ragged, raw, like it had been carved open by something dull and merciless. And yet, she was still grinning. Kenta stumbled back. His heartbeat pounded in his ears. What the hell? The woman lurched forward, faster than he expected, blocking his path. "Am I beautiful?" she asked again, voice now distorted, bubbling with something not human. Kenta's mind raced. He had heard the legend before, Kuchisake-Onna, the slit-mouthed woman. If he said no, she would kill him. If he said yes, she would make him like her. He had to think fast. "You look average," he blurted out. The woman froze. A flicker of confusion passed through her empty black eyes. For a moment, everything was silent. Then she shrieked. The sound ripped through the air, a mix of agony and rage, like something from deep within the underworld. The street lamp above them exploded, shards of glass raining down. Kenta turned and ran. His lungs burned, his legs pumping as he sprinted down the alley, weaving between darkened buildings. Behind him, the footsteps followed. Faster, faster. "Am I beautiful?" The voice was right behind him now. A gust of icy wind brushed against his ear. "Look at me!" He didn't. He wouldn't. Kenta burst onto a main street, nearly colliding with an elderly woman walking her dog. He spun around. The alley was empty. No woman, no footsteps. Only silence. His breath came in ragged gasps as he backed away, his mind struggling to comprehend what had just happened. Had she disappeared? Or was she still watching? Kenta turned, forcing himself to walk, not run. He wouldn't take this shortcut again, ever. But as he reached his apartment door and fumbled for his keys, he felt it once more. That strange, prickling sensation at the back of his neck. And then, in the dim reflection of his window, a pale woman stood behind him, grinning. "Am I beautiful?" The lights flickered out. The end. Would you survive Kuchisake-Onna?